Hey Taurus, this is take two. So we're going to talk about what I kept out because I thought I'll just start over. Well, I pulled these two cards. This is Art Through the Eye of the Soul Oracle. Art Through the Eye of the Soul Oracle. This is for December 16th through the 23rd, 2019. Sometimes when I jump in second or third time, I'm over here, I'm over there. But thanks for stopping by my channel. Sayre, Seer. So one of these is plant the seed of a new template. And a new template, like a new life, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a new truth, a new job. Okay, whatever this means to you, if you could put one thing you wanted to grow right now, not that you only have to have one thing, but if you had something that was really important to you right now that you wanted to grow, that you think would create a new life, what would that be? So some people it would be truth, some people it would be enterprise, like a new company. I gotta leave my job. Everything else is good, but I need a new business. Or maybe it's just abundance. You're tired of living hand to mouth, feeling like you never have enough. Maybe that's what it is. So you're being asked to consider that. Yep. So the reason I'm looking at this is she has a pine cone. And there's a pine tree back here. And there's a hole, kind of where that pine cone should go. And then there's a wolf. There's a gray wolf here looking at her going, are you going to do something with that? Kind of like when somebody's looking at your plate going, are you going to eat that? Taurus would know about that. Anyway, there's also a tomb here. I don't know if you can see that. But there's a hole here. And that seems like to me that this seed might be the very thing to create that one thing that's missing in your life that you hadn't considered doing. Isn't that weird? Like, maybe that makes whatever it is complete, the picture complete somehow. So, just something to ponder. Okay, the second card is purify your surroundings. So, purifying our surroundings would be, well, the people around us and the just our physical space. Now, it could be our vibrational space, it could be our energy, but that would be more inside of us, right? So I just want to point out that this is interesting because this person, he has a tree, like the tree of life on his shirt, and he has this copper bowl. And then right here, there's a person playing the harp, and it's like this peaceful, and she's like looking over like, ha ha ha. I don't know why I said that. And then we have this like, I don't know even know what to call that shape, but anyway, it has radioactive stuff on it. So that to me is saying, Taurus, there may be something very toxic around you that either you're putting up with somebody like that or that's in your environment. Maybe maybe there's drugs or alcohol involved or something like that, or people that are toxic that are actually, when you're around them, you feel bad, you know? So if somebody was to say, purify everything, like get rid of anything toxic that you think of, or what are the things that you consider toxic, what would those be? Okay, and can you purify your surroundings that way? Just a thought. You're being asked to kind of look at that because this is weird, Taurus. It's like you're being asked to decide what you're going to sacrifice, what you're going to give up so you can have the new template. So, I know that may not be for everyone, but for whoever this resonates with, you're the opposite party, Taurus, as something that you might want to consider before before something is taken away, and it may not be what you're willing to sacrifice. I don't know what that means. Like if I know what that means. It's like if the tower comes down and you had not picked that thing, that maybe something else will go and it may not be the thing you were willing to give up. Okay? So if you should give up drinking, then what will happen, maybe if you can't decide to give up drinking, it's just an example, then you may lose your spouse instead. So then you'll be just stuck with the alcohol, and then you will have, at some point you may have to give it up anyway. So that's just asking me to say it that way to get that in your brain, okay, because there's something you're being stubborn about. All right, so I'm going to shuffle up, I guess. I think that's Sesame Street, right? Snuffleupagus, that's right. You guys. That's so funny. Okay. Well, you know what? I have a Taurus Venus, so a lot of this applies to me too, so. All right. At least half of the Taurus readings. You gotta go, dang it! All right. So, Page of Wands. Reverse. So this is, when it's upright, it's kind of good news, Information, because pages are information, so maybe not good news. Maybe this is not good news that you need to give something up, especially that thing that, well, you've been trying not to give up. I don't know what that means, Taurus. Okay. And then I have the Strength. I'm laughing because these are the cards that came out last time. Strength is, you're going to need your strength for this. If you want this new template, you're going to need your strength. What if there was a genie that came down with a wand or with this, ninja star full of crystals and said, I can make your any dream come true, that new template you wanted, but you have to give up the thing that you've not been able to give up the most. Say, what if you really like smoking weed? And you've never been able to give it up. But if you gave that up, I could give you anything. Anything, like the ultimate happiness. Could you give it up? What would you do? And it would be the thing that's holding you back. So if that's not your thing with the example I gave, then that's something. But if it is, if you knew that thing was holding you back, but it's something you couldn't give up. But the fairy said, that is what's keeping you from your happiness. You will need strength if you want that new template. Okay. Four of Pentacles. But this is a whole story here. I love it. No, but this is my favorite thing. This has always kept me warm at night. It's always made me happy when I was feeling bad. But if you could have avoided the whole pain or any future pain in a certain area just to give up that thing that you don't want to give up, because it's really holding you back. Flip another card. King of Cups. Because without this, once you conquer this, you'd have emotional balance. And you'd have control. And you'd be able to see things coming. And you'd be able to see the situations because you have the new template now, see? And you're not being run by whatever it is, that obsession that you don't want to give up. Because you know that you're going to get what you want. You can wait because you know it's worth it. And you can hold certain emotions back. You can keep your emotions in control because you know you'll get what you want. You can have confidence in yourself again, that you're worthy of this new template, your heart's desires. That was pretty cool the way it unrolled. Okay, let's do another one. So Ace of Wands, this is your new life. This is your new life, new opportunities, rebirth. This may even be a birth of a child. This is regaining your passion back, feeling like you're alive again. Three of Pentacles. But you're being asked to quit working with something, to stop. What is that thing going to be? Because it's your choice, or the choice will be taken. I don't know what that means, or something will be taken to force the decision eventually. So, do you know what sometimes the universe does? It's kind of naughty, but it's effective. They'll take your lover away, they'll take your money away, they'll take your home away until you listen. So, might be something to consider what you should not be working with right now. They're really drilling this in home, so. Okay, end it, put it to death. Look at this. But remember, with death is rebirth. The old template, the new template, okay? Clearing, purifying your surroundings from the old life. Moving into the new life, because you can't take that there. You can't take it with you. Queen of Cups reverse is... this is somebody, this is a toxic, I'm having trouble talking. Water sign. Toxic water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is somebody that emotionally imbalanced. And when they're jealous. They're really manipulating. And they say things to manipulate your emotions. And you know what else? They're pretty intuitive. So you don't even see it coming. Probably don't even see it coming. Don't realize it till it's way done. You're way down the road. You go, dang, they got me again. This is toxic. And it's right under the death card. So I think you know who this is. Okay? Or what this is. So. So I have 5 of Wands. Let's talk about the chaos. Let's talk about the competition. Let's talk about people telling you how to live and what to do. Okay? Let's talk about not knowing what's real and what you're willing to defend. Not even knowing who you are. This is the 9 of Wands reverse. This is the 5 of Wands. But not even knowing what you want to defend anymore because you have no idea. You're confused. Somebody's confused here, Taurus. I'm just going to talk like it's you. You know, it could be the other person, cross-watcher, opposite party. Okay, so chaos. Conflict. Competition. Confusion. Not knowing where I stand, what I want to defend. Yeah. Where I'm going. What am I defending? And then I have the 10 of Pentacles. This is about legacy. Do you want to defend this legacy anymore? Why am I defending this legacy? What does this mean? It looks like a legacy of chaos. Looks like a legacy of ego, battles due to ego. This is 5 of Swords reversed. Looks like that might be a good place to consider releasing that, sacrificing that thing, because this is something that's keeping somebody off balance. You know, if you have chaos around you, Taurus, you're easier to manipulate by many people, especially the Queen of Cups. Just thought I'd say that. And there's something that people do to keep one off balance. You don't know if you're coming or going, so they can get whatever they want out of you. Are you seeing that? Are you kind of having this insight yet? Because if it's not now, I'm planting this seed for you to plant the new seed. Well, anyway, they're asking me to. Magician is next. The Magician is about, well, you do have more tools than you know. You have more power than you think. But I'm also hearing, I think a part of you knows that, but I'm also hearing that you think that it's like the player thinking he can't be played. You know, the person that's doing the illusion doesn't think that somebody can do that to them, but that would be wrong. Because somebody else, like you, is also being manipulated. So, the way things have been done, you know, isn't working. It's not working for your highest good. Maybe it got you by or whatever, but it's bigger than that now. Because We need everybody in their, as many people as we can in their highest good so we all do better. So we need everyone, especially that super grounded Taurus, especially that stubborn Taurus. Because then once you're on the right track, you're unmovable, right? Theoretically. It's grounded energy that's really important for all of us to be able to tap into. Just saying. Why would there be forces? I know, I hear you. Why would there be forces to keep you confused? Because of your nature to be grounded. So if we had a lot of people that were grounded, so we had a lot of Tauruses on this planet that were confused, that means that they didn't get the grounding, and therefore it doesn't help all of us that need more grounding, more stability, more dependability, more loyalty, more trust, more the divine masculine, the divine feminine. We're not getting that. We're not connecting to Mother Earth. Because Taurus, I don't know, it's like you guys are part of the major connection. And if we can't get that through you, and not in a using someone in a way, it's that each group has their own part that they're working on. Okay? So just consider it. Six of Pentacles. This is about fairness. This is about abundance and being fair with it. Weighing out the pros and cons, weighing out what's right, what's balanced, what's fair. And somehow it feels like that this is, I don't know what's happened, Taurus, but it feels like you might be going through a lesson in what is fair. And maybe what hasn't been fair in your relationships, including both sides, right? Now I have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands reverses. Well, she's somebody that doesn't have very, very high self-esteem. And she, she could be a cheater in a queen status. She could be somebody that cuts you off completely with passion. But this is also somebody that had their spark put out. Somebody that's been hurt and hasn't been able to heal. That's what all of these upside down are most of the time. Whenever there's behavior that is distorted, it's because of pain. No creativity. She's blocked. Okay, then I have the Seven of Pentacles. And this talks about, what are we working with? What are we investing in? Well, that is a good question. Are we investing in the old template? Or are we investing in what we want in our new life? Because if we're investing in the old things, what are we going to get? Kind of simple, huh? But we just don't look at it sometimes. Alright, so let's do one row. This one totally came out different. I'm doing each row individually. So this is about catching somebody in the act. Catching somebody in their dishonesty. Maybe, Taurus, it's about catching yourself where you've been dishonest. Maybe it's about you seeing that you're not who you thought you were. A lot of us are getting that. You're not alone. Okay, Six of Wands. This is success. Triumph and victory. To be able to see that part where you were lying to yourself, and maybe where you were doing to others what you said they were doing to you, and you were asking yourself, why does it roll this way? Being able to see that is a great victory. You're right, it is. It's giving yourself the ability to look at things from a different perspective, from somebody else's. And therefore, you can change it then. It all starts with awareness. Okay, Nine of Swords is getting past those bad dreams and the stress. What this has caused before, some of this working through the thoughts and the memories and the dreams and the feelings. And that's good. That's productive. Sleeping better. Probably sleeping better. Nine of Pentacles is getting... This is... When Nine of Pentacles is reversed, it's a single person that is codependent. They still can't quite manage their bills. They can't quite... Sorry. Being a healthy... I have a little bit of cold. Being like a healthy relationship. Something always goes wrong. And that is because one isn't in their true power. That's because we haven't released the things we know we should. Okay. That was a pretty cool story. So you can see the alignment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do one more row. I usually do 6. I think there's a little bit more. I know you do. I could hear you. Judgment. Reverse says... well, this is not quite complete. Just like the reading. I love that. Because you haven't released that thing. If you want the change that you want in the new template to remain intact, and to grow and move forward, then the lessons have to be reviewed. The mistakes have to be reviewed. Lessons need to be learned. And the changes need to be integrated into your new template. Okay. And then a 6 of Cups. So there still may be some shadow work for the past. People in the past. So I don't know if there's apologies or if you got to look at something, a memory that you have that you're not acknowledging. Or somebody's going to come from your past to tempt you. That could happen too. But something to do with your past. And kind of a dark part of your past. Okay. Maybe it's conquering that addiction that's ruled you forever. Just depends. It's going to be different for different people. But it's exhausting. Because my eyelids feel like they're just... Do you remember that droopy dog? I love cartoons. That droopy dog, and he was his eyes drooping, and he was always like, oh yeah. Yes. That's it, Taurus. Leave that droopy dog behind by creating your new template. Chariot reverse says, yes, it's keeping you in balance, and the only way you can move forward in the Chariot energy is to have both horses, your light and dark side, balanced. Okay? Talked about balance back here. Okay? Otherwise, you're not moving forward, right? Keep doing the same thing, replaying the same cycles. Only the names and dates have been changed to protect the innocent. Okay, so now we have the 2 of Swords reversed. So a choice, so when it's reversed, I feel like a choice is made and I didn't get a good choice, and if I didn't want to choose, or Taurus didn't want to choose because I couldn't see everything. But it's not only about seeing, Taurus, because it's a decision we don't want to make that we know what the right thing to do. That's why we're indecisive. We just don't want to make it a lot of times. If you looked at those decisions, I'm not saying 100%, but there's a big percentage that it was just because we didn't want to do the difficult thing, whatever that was. Okay, so 9 of Cups, because we weren't getting our wish, right? 9 of Cups reverse is not getting our wish. Why didn't we do the thing? Well, we could have been drinking too much. Could have been indulging too much. And maybe, Taurus, just maybe, that behavior or that obsession or that behavior that was helping us to avoid something served us just enough to get by. Just enough. Okay? All right, so that was quite interesting. 24 minutes. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do a couple cards here. This is the Angels and Ancestors. And, God, that made me tired. You guys are exhausted. Feels really heavy. But your energy's kind of heavy because you're Earth anyway. But that's what I kind of feel sometimes. It could be dense because of the regret, because of the pain, because of the obsession, because of the deception. Okay. I have Water Guardian. That's connecting with your emotions. Okay. Connecting with your emotional side. Not just all logic, not just all other people's arguments, but how does it make you feel when you're around a toxic energy, How does it make you feel living in your old template? Do you feel happy most days? Do you feel, how does it make you feel when you see somebody or this? Every situation, it's good to come from different parts of us. Okay, intellectually that makes me worried. Emotionally, I feel guilty. I don't know why I said that. I don't know what's making you feel guilty, but I think you might want to find out what you need to purify that emotion. To my cat again, to transmute that energy into something positive. What would it mean to purify that feeling? What would that mean to you? What could you do to give yourself peace? Whatever that's bringing up, okay? And then we have the moon card here, and that's taking note of intuitive messages. You can ask your guides, what's holding me back? What do I need to look at? Is it just the guilt? Is it regret? Is it shame? Shame. How do I clear the shame, regret, and guilt? Okay, it's got to be said. This is a moon card. We just had a full moon in Gemini. We have until, they say, the eclipse, which I think is on the 26th of December, to release. Might be a good time to consider what you're willing to give up. Because you may have to give something up anyway. So it might be best if you could choose what would serve you in the end, even if it's something hard to give up now. Okay? Pretty intense. But we're all getting that. Taurus, I love you. Have a great week. I'll see you right before Christmas. Take care.